After escaping Syria's civil war, one family adjusts to life as refugees. World News. MSN. Outlook. More. Autos. My MSN. Video. Careers and jobs. Personals. Weather. Bellish. Quotes. White pages. Games. Real estate. Wonderwall. Horoscopes. Shopping. Yellow pages. Local edition. Traffic. Feedback. Maps and directions. Travel. Full MSN index. Bing. News.com. Today. Nightly news. Meet the press. Dateline. MSNBC. Breaking news. Newsvine. Home. U.S. World. Politics. Business. Sports. Entertainment. Health. Tech. Science. Travel. Local. Weather. Advertise vertical bracket ad choices. Recommended. Arab League agrees with Kerry in Assad chemical weapons use and dash but not military action. Recommended. Passerby captures lion roaming the streets of Kuwait. Recommended. Tokyo 2020 Olympics could be shot in the arm for struggling Japan. Recommended. What a man can do, I can do better. Young women challenge Kenyan society. Header point top underscore header left curly bracket background image. Journal http://cd endpoint lib.newsvine.com/chrome/world news franchise/images/header point jpg equals 10,479 right curly bracket. First for breaking news and analysis, compelling world news stories from NBC News journalists. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. About this blog archives. Email updates follow on Twitter subscribe to RSS. 8 comments. Print. 2 days ago. After escaping Syria's civil war, one family adjusts to life as refugees. Lauren Ebon, NBC News contributor. After seeking shelter from intense government shelling in a Hama basement with 5 other families for 10 days, Bassem says he knew they had to leave Syria. If we didn't have children, maybe we would have stayed, said Bassem, father of 3. He says he's lost many relatives and friends in the fighting. You don't know if there's a tomorrow in Syria anymore. By Lauren Ebon, NBC News contributor. Antakya, Turkey. On the 4th floor of a rundown building, 20 pairs of shoes lay sprawled outside the apartment of Bassem Kab, a 39-year-old Syrian refugee. 1 pair for each family member, he explains, and a few extra pairs shared among the children. Kab lives in the 3-room apartment in a southern border town with a dozen relatives. 9 months ago, fearing for their safety amid Syria's brutal civil war, the family fled their hometown of Hama, Syria, and arrived here in a large cargo truck packed with 50 other people. Lauren Ebon, NBC News contributor. 20-some pairs of shoes are sprawled outside the apartment of Bassem Kab, the 3-room apartment, where he lives with 12 relatives in Antakya, Turkey, Tuesday, September 3, 2013. That's 1 pair for each family member, he explains. And there are a few extra pairs shared among the women. Turkish Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdogan's open-door policy for refugees has encouraged 450,000 Syrians to flee to Turkey since the war began in 2011. So far, more than 2 million Syrians have fled to neighboring countries, with many more expected to follow. Advertise vertical bracket ad choices. After seeking shelter from intense government shelling in a Hama basement with 5 other families for 10 freezing days in December, Kab said he knew they had to leave Syria. You don't know if there's a tomorrow in Syria anymore, said the father of 3, who has lost several relatives and friends in the fighting. Upon arriving in Turkey, the family decided against officially registering as refugees with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, because they wanted to avoid overcrowded camps as well as the overburdened refugee bureaucracy.